someone flicks me a back body. Say, oh, it's another one, yeah, it's a first one, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. Remember, guys, if you're new to this channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe. I go with Biyenge, featuring your Truly Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz obviously blessings to you, blessings to the community as well. Thank you so much for just supporting the channel, supporting the growth, and we obviously love everyone that's obviously tuned in. Ra's obviously saying, "Hurry up, I need my dinner." Don't worry, Ra, we're here, and he's obviously saying, "Evening, gents." Cuz we've obviously had a tremendous weekend on a UK domestic level. We're obviously going to cover a few bits there. We're obviously going to cover the shout outs first at the beginning because our team has been doing tremendous work, of course. But because wearing the hoodie, of course, we have to shout out D-Rock. So guys, make sure you utilize the discount code, which is iBoxingHub 24 for 40% off, and this is the range that you can get. Never get bored of that. I can't even lie to you. Yeah, it's just energy. Raz obviously saying Aisha was making friends with plenty last night at your call as usual, and it's obviously including Aloys and the family. Look, but just because Raz mentioned it, we have to give our sister Aisha a massive shout out. She obviously got to do an interview with quite a few people, Aloys Jr., a winner, and also Denzel Bentley. He obviously produced a tremendous knockout. So guys, just head over to our channel. You can see the interview with Denzel Bentley done by our sister Aisha, Green Diamond Boxing. And here's a clip for you guys just to get a little taster of what the interview's like.
I've learned a lot from the whole journey of all those ups and downs, and it doesn't always go your way. It doesn't always go one way. You can go into a fight thinking one thing and it ends up being another. So I've learned that just through my my journey, not just the losses or the wins or anything, but everyone enjoys a win.
Ooh. You seeing what Ra's saying?
Yeah, getting back on the show.
So look, don't worry, I'll send a print screen of this to Denzel, man, so we can just get him back on the show, talk about, what he thinks, man, because we actually asked him on the last show what, in terms of the Super 6 tournament, who would he have? I want to kind of see who, if that's still the same or if he's changed it.
I think it'll be the same.
You reckon it's just the same?
Yeah, I reckon it'll be the same, yeah.
You're not going to add a few names on that?
What was it, based on his weight class?
Yeah, middleweights, including himself.
I reckon it'll be the same.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be the same as well, because, man, I can't even lie to you. But, look, we got to obviously shout out Aloys Jr. He obviously became the Continental IBO Cruiserweight Champion as well. That was a vacant title that he fought for. It was a tough fight, cuz, man, I can't even lie to you. Probably didn't watch it, but it was very tough. He obviously came into that fight having knockouts after knockouts. So this was quite his first test against someone who he had over 150 fights in the amateurs as well. German, coming through that sort of European background, and it was just a tough night, man. So I'm just happy that Aloys got the win, and Aisha actually spoke to him before the fight, and that interview is obviously out on the channel, so make sure, guys, you're tuned into that as well. Also, wanted to give Neutral a massive shout out. He done the watch along yesterday for Mbili, and Mbili obviously got the victory, and it was a tough fight as well. And guys, apologies in advance once again about the stream. It obviously went over time, but sometimes these things happen, technical difficulties, of course. But I'm just happy that Nucci obviously was able to, deliver some tremendous commentary, cuz. But let's just go over to the main event. I just want to quickly touch on this, cuz. Did you watch or get to see some clips of the fight?
You know what? I've been busy this weekend. I haven't watched no boxing, but I heard, he won. Was it a round 2 knockout?
It was round 2, clean as you like, because it was a tremendous victory, as you can see there with the team. And also, big up to Peacock Gym as well. Loved the whole of the family. Obviously, collaborated with the family when obviously did some work with Ticket Pass to obviously help, bring fans to their events through e-ticketing. And the whole family is great. And I'm just happy to see Denzel and the rest of the family, just celebrating that victory, because he kind of is making history in your call, man. He keeps just, producing these great knockouts. And, normally fights at your call, you don't really get knockouts, man. We've been to a few, but when you do catch the odd knockout, if you've recorded it, it's absolutely tremendous, man. So now big up to the team, big up to Too Sharp, and we definitely need to get him on, cuz.
Your call is his new home. That's his home now. That's his home. I mean, look, big up Denzel. Currently now ranked number 2. Yeah, ranked
Yep.
number 2. So it'll be interesting, just to see which route he'll go. Would he fight Shiraz next? Well, I wouldn't say next, because Shiraz got a fight next, but it'll be interesting just to see, who his next opponent will be. Or is he going to go straight for the title shot?
Yeah,
he's in a good position. He's in a good position.
Guys. He's in a good position. I can't even lie to you. And it'd be good for him to, get another title shot. He's obviously had a title shot previously. And get him back in the mix, man. I think he's at that level. He's obviously proven that even after that loss, he's come back stronger and he's been able to, still do his job at the end of the day, man. So big up to Denzel Bentley. Too sharp.
Do you know what? It's all right. I'm gonna throw a question out there for you and the boxing community, right? Obviously, Denzel, he's had a world title shot already, right? He came close. Now he's in a good position where he can potentially get another title shot. Well, he will, or he could fight Eubank.
You know what, cuz I can't even lie to you. That has been brewing for quite a few years, man. I would say, man, because obviously they're middleweights together. They're both British, of course. So that is a fight that should be made on paper. But you could also say the same thing about Hamza Shiraz and Eubank. Why hasn't that fight happened? Because Hamza Shiraz has gone up the ranks as well, and he should be having those big fights as well. So it'd be good to just see what everyone's saying. Eubank ain't going nowhere near Denzel. That's what Ra's saying. What you saying about that, cuz? What you saying?
I mean, it's like, look, we've mentioned this previously in previous pods. Is it about the legacy, or is it about the money? And don't get me wrong, we both agreed. We said, look, it's both, because at the end of the day, as a fighter, you need to get paid. Do you know what I mean? So I just think to myself, if that opportunity was presented, right, for him to fight Eubank, that will be a pay-per-view fight, and that will potentially be one of his biggest paycheck. I'm talking about Bentley.
Yeah,
and Shiraz as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, yeah.
Yeah, no, cuz 1,000%. I agree with you completely. I think that's that's the big payday, especially if you're looking at the British regional level. Eubank's on top in terms of like the golden goose. So if you want that big fight, big money, big exposure, big promo, you're obviously going to get that with Eubank in terms of the build up. And I would love to just see that fight, man. Denzel Bentley, even versus Hamza Shiraz, I would even take that fight, man. So Raz obviously saying, I want Denzel and Shiraz to both win world titles, then go for unification. It would be absolutely massive. Bruh, 1,000% agree with you, brother. And guys, make sure you're tuning in to what Raz is doing on his end, Punch Out Boxing. So just obviously head over to your socials and you get to see the great work that he's done. And he was also at your call yesterday, so big up to Ra. But cuz,
That would be massive because they're
yeah,
both from the Queensborough area. So Frank can make that fight happen. You know,
easily,
unified.
easy,
That'll be a massive fight. That would be a
easy.
massive fight. But like I said, look, he's got options. I mean, who would you want him to fight next?
Uh, boy, it's a very good question. Like for boxing, I can't lie. As fans, we want to kind of see these fights straight away.
Mm.
But I gotta agree with Ra, man. I think I want to see them both win world titles. So Shiraz is in the WBC route, and obviously Denzel's in the WBO route. So it just makes sense. Let them both win world titles, and who knows? Janubek is, is questions that he might even not, make certain weights, etc., etc. So there is an opportunity for some of the belts to be, separated. So these guys like Denzel Bentley, Hamza Shiraz, and even Eubank, man, to collect some belts, man. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see more divisions unify because we can get one face, one name, one champion. Like how Wilder used to say,
Yeah,
man.
but
I want to see.
that's gonna take time. I mean, what in
Mm,
the middleweight division?
yeah,
Yeah, possibly. I mean, just remember because I think I watched the interview with Eubank Jr.
mm.
He mentioned the opponents that he wants to fight, and you know, but there's a slim chance. Well, when I say slim chance, there's a slim chance that it could be Conor Benn that
That's
fight. But
good.
however, but I don't think it'll be here in the UK.
I know it won't be. They'll probably
Yeah,
do it outside in Monaco,
but
possibly.
not even that. It might be on the a part of Riyadh season, and that could be the main event.
Cause I can't even lie to you, man. Like I'm a massive Eubank fan. Everyone knows that, but I just don't
But
want
do,
to
do,
see
do you
that
know what it
fight.
is? The thing is, yeah, like Eddie Hearn even said, look, Eubank doesn't care about the titles, yeah. He's all about the money. And him fighting Conor will be like one of his biggest paycheck, according to Eddie Hearn. Obviously, the Canelo one ain't happening anytime soon.
Yeah, look, the middleweight shouldn't be difficult to unify since Turkey made Shiraz an ambassador and 9. Ooh, if champions are big names. Look, I definitely agree with what Ra is saying. Turkey, His Excellency, we've got to give him his respect. He's doing his part for boxing. Some are with him, some are not with him. I weren't really happy with the whole kind of disrespecting Tim Tszyu, a legendary. His dad was a legend, and he's obviously building his own legacy. And I think that he should be giving guys like that the opportunity because he gives everything in the ring, especially just look at his last fight. So, yeah, let's hope, His Excellency can do maybe a Super 6 middleweight tournament. Why not? Do it in,
That'd be interesting.
do a Riyadh season version where maybe you can do the whole tournament throughout the whole week or the few weeks and just make it a little bit interesting. Let's make it to a point where big up to Lucy as well, all the way from the States. She obviously tuned in to the watch along. And apologies once again for the technical, difficulties. The stream obviously went over, but we are here, and thank you so much for tuning in. She's obviously saying, fortunately, PBC still has a middleweight champion, and they don't play well with others. Lucy is 1,000% right, cuz they don't play, especially Al Heyman. He does not play. So unless it makes sense, dollars and cents, he's not gonna, entertain anything. So Raz also saying Turkey trying to backtrack now, claiming his beef with Canelo is down to Eddie giving him the wrong information. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Big up Jams as well. Jams boxing chat. Loving the energy. Big up Biyenge. Big up yours truly, Trey. Big up Ra. Big up Lucy in the chat, of course. Big up to you, Jams. And make sure, guys, just head over to Jams's Twitter and you could just see all the live action that he produces on there, man. So big up to him. And yeah, everyone's obviously saying hello. Cuz, writing Yogi. You writing Yogi. Big up to you. Writing Yogi, Ra. Didn't see that coming, cuz. It's all crazy, man. But what you saying? Talk to me, cuz.
Um, I don't know. There's a lot that's going on in boxing, of course. Something I saw yesterday. I don't know if it's true or people just hyping it up. There was a picture with Joe Joyce and Moses. I think they went to watch the Arsenal game, and they had like a mini face-off. And I mean, could you see that being a potential future fight? Or was it too early?
What, Moses Satuma and Joe
Joe
Joyce?
Joyce. Yeah.
I I think we're looking too deep into it. I think Moses Satuma, definitely, obviously, big up to Rico as well. I think he should be back next week. He's obviously there with Moses Satuma. Big up to him. I think because they're obviously part of the same camp, you're going to see, Frank take a couple of his fighters to an Arsenal game, definitely. So I wouldn't read too much into that. But in terms of a fight, that could potentially happen. He
All right.
obviously got Solomon.
I wanted to ask you this question. So sorry to cut there, cuz. Out of these three opponents, right? Who should you think Moses should fight next? Should he fight Fabio Woodley, Fraser Clark, or Charles Martin?
Oh, cuz literally, before I answer this question, cuz I'm not even gonna lie to you. We have to respond to Lucy here. She obviously mentioned the uppercut that Denzel Bentley produced. It was truly, truly tremendous, man. Got big up to him, of course. That was just it's a good shout. And just seeing nice interaction. Two shot landed that haymaker for real, menacing KO. And I had a nap today because late night boxing in Quebec. I was absolutely exhausted writing Yogi, man. But we're here. The show still continues, and we're all we're all good. Cuz, so give me the name of the four again, and I'll give you a direct answer straight away.
So, right, okay. There's actually three names, so I'm gonna add a fourth person.
Let's
No,
go.
in fact, five people. So you've got
Okay.
the English champion, Solomon.
Yep.
The British champion, Fraser Clark.
Yep.
No, sorry, Fabio. Fraser Clark, Charles Martin, or what's his name? David Adelaide.
I would say Solomon, man, definitely. I would he's still young. Let him just get the British title first. After he's got the British title, have a few defenses against maybe an Adelaide when he wins the British title, because I think, he's a tremendous talent. You mentioned it in his last fight, the way he obviously took out, his opponent was truly, truly special, man. And big up to Ando, always getting involved, loving the energy. Blessings to you. But yeah, cuz I'll put him in British level first, man. Get him the British title, and then the rest will deal with itself. Jams is obviously saying Dakes or Clark, Martin or Adelaide versus the Tuma. Moses smashes them all. Woo! He's going for the smoke. Going for the smoke. No, I love that, man. Love that. Hakan's obviously saying Dakes ordered to face a Tuma. Big up to Hakan. Loving the energy, my brother. Loving the energy. And Moses is the real deal. We definitely agree with you. We definitely agree with you, right, Yogi. And I was earwigging on Moses' conversation last night as he sat behind me, and I heard that Ozzy McKean was being offered to him. Ooh, this is interesting, man. This is what you call interesting, man. I can't even lie to you. And nobody wants to get beaten by a teenager. And that's the thing, cuz, as well. Because he's the age that he is, I think certain fighters are a bit skeptical of fighting him, because it's like they're acting as gatekeepers, because the way he's so talented, he's big, he's mature, and he's super. I just like the camp as well. Ben Davison, we've obviously had Bazza here on a few shows here as well. The whole camp is truly tremendous, man. So I think he's in good hands, whatever decisions he makes. And Moses and Shiraz are the next huge superstars out of the UK for him, and world champs in the making, which is a fair say, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't lie to
definitely,
you.
definitely,
It is
definitely.
definitely
Do you
fair,
know what?
man.
The fight that I think what will do good numbers will be Moses and Fisher.
You did say that before. I think that would be good, yeah, because Fisher, we know him. He sells tickets like crazy. I know from obviously being in that background. Johnny Fisher's name was obviously one of the names that was always, doing well with tickets. He brings bums to seats, or he brings fans to seats, and it'll definitely be a good fight. In Slovakian years, 19 is 28. That is mad. Nah, big up, man. Absolutely big up. I'm just excited for the future of heavyweight boxing, because you're obviously going to see a potential separation of the titles after the second fight between these two. We've obviously got the big one that's coming up. I'm sure you've been counting down the days, because the big one is happening. And all thanks to my guy Usyk, man. He done the honorable thing here, because he obviously gave Dubois the title, essentially. So, we can have this tremendous event that's about to happen. So big up His Excellency, for making that happen. And I think the card overall will be a tremendous one, man. I can't even lie to you.
Oh, do you know what I'm getting? There's actually a big boxing event next week. Well, when I say boxing event, exhibition. Floyd Mayweather.
Money. Or do you mean the heist? I call it the heist. Mayweather, I call it the heist, man. Honestly.
I'm bored. I'm bored of it. I'm just looking forward to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson on November the 15th, I think. But yeah.
Trust me. Look, Jams is obviously saying here, he's obviously, keeping up with the subject of Tuma. I would stick a Tuma versus Char for the WBA heavyweight title, and I believe he would win right now and beat Iron Mike's record as the youngest ever heavyweight champion. Will it happen?
That's a good shout.
It's a very good shout. Big up, Jams.
That is him skipping the queue.
Skipping
from English to British to European and straight to.
He's gone. That's what Conor Ben's trying to do, cuz. That's why I've got a big problem with what Conor Ben's doing. He's skipping the whole queue, trying to fight for world titles and big paydays already. And
then I suppose it gets tougher and tough, because at the moment, obviously the opponents that he's fighting at the moment, don't get me wrong, not that I'm saying nobody's obviously they are somebody, but we'll just know how good he is once he fights the likes of Charles or even Martin.
Yeah, I'm just busting up here. You'd literally have to pay Char $1 billion to get him to take that fight. That man doesn't like to leave his house.
Why is he champion?
Huh? Yeah, he just.
Why is he champion?
Oh, I don't even know, cuz. I don't even know. That's what he promised, though, guys. He wants it, and look, let's see. He wants that record, cuz, man. So if he's hungry for it, let's have it.
I think Char. Do you know who deserves a title shot? Well, for the regular, it's WBA regular, right? I think it's what's his name? Baby Miller. Baby Miller. He deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves to fight Charles. I mean, Charles.
Yeah. Especially after this result here, man. Andy Ruiz, injury, etc., etc. So I guess they'll be nice at that moment. So I wouldn't mind to see that. Or, our brother, Mr. Congo met the president and everything up there as well. Big up to him. I just think, even if he becomes champion or doesn't, man, it's just great to see that we've got someone representing Congo, and he's obviously in the country right now, doing some tremendous work, man. So big up to him, and big up to the people as well, man. Big up to them. Oh, look, Como Morton fights on the undercard of this as well, which is what Hakan's confirming. So it's going to be an interesting one. So let's head over to the heist, cuz. That's what I call Mayweather's fights right now, because he's so good to the point where the advantage that he has over his fighters is that, or his opponents, let's say, is the way he operates on a daily basis is boxing. He does his training, he lives it, still breathes it, he's still fit, can still get in the ring as well. So for these exhibitions, cuz it's a bit unfair, man, because he's fighting against people that they're not conditioned like a Mayweather to be able to, they'll get through camp, but Mayweather's it's like he's in camp for the whole year. So he
Do you
can
know
have
what?
fights whenever he wants, man, and it's a bit unfair, man. It's a bit
We,
unfair.
we should get Mayweather on Misfits. I think Mayweather should fight KSI. That would be interesting.
Would you want to see that, cuz?
Why not? Because this fight, I don't want to watch this fight. I mean, look, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Before when obviously I understand it's an exhibition fight, but it's just like the people are just bored now. End of the day, there's no win or lose. It's just it is what it is. Two people having fun in the ring and getting paid millions. Well, one is anyway, but yeah.
No, Obviously, Ra is asking Yogi, isn't it just Americans who didn't know or rate him? Decent question. Decent question. But yeah, cuz I can't even lie to you. I am just kind of looking forward to September. We're obviously going to have, a few events, of course, which I'm excited about. We've obviously got the big one in Wembley. Before we, sort of wrap up, I want to kind of pick your brains a bit, man, and see what your kind of thoughts are about this fight that's happening. Are you still, 100% confident? Joshua's going to go in there, steamroll Triple G, and become three-time heavyweight champion. Only the likes of Muhammad Ali and a few legends have reached that feat. So it would be.
Do you know what?
Thinking.
With this fight, some would say it's 50-50, but for those who have been who's trained with AJ and Dubois, has had sparring session, you get a mixed review. Some say AJ actually punches harder than Dubois. The only issues I have with heavyweights overall is their defense. They tend to get hit too much, but like when Dubois fought what's his name?
Herkovich.
Yeah. He got hit a few times. You know what I mean? Obviously, I understand Herkovich don't hit like AJ, but how I see this fight going, AJ says he trains to go to the distance, but I don't think Dubois is going to be trained to go to the distance. I think he wants to get AJ out ASAP.
Cuz I'm not even gonna lie, Jams, you absolute legend. He's throwing a twist into the pod right now. He's obviously saying, and I want to get your thoughts on this live, cuz did you see Triple G apparently has been offered the Crawford fight? He hasn't fought in a long time, cuz. So I just want to kind of get your thoughts, man, because
I mean, look, yeah, crap. Because inactivity in it, so we already know it. The outcome. Hey?
No, I was just saying big up to Rex. Right? We've not seen him before, so no, big up to you, big up to you. And last, sorry about this, just quickly. Lucy's saying, last I heard, Triple G had a really good job in Kazakhstan and had no interest in fighting. Sorry, because I had to drop that in before you said your point. Go ahead, man.
It's just like we already know. Look, Crawford will beat him at this present point because Crawford is active. He will beat him. He'll beat him. If it was an active Triple G, it would be a tough night for Crawford, but Crawford will win, 100%.
You reckon Crawford will win?
This is the Crawford era. This is the Crawford era.
It is, man. Undisputed 147. He obviously then, moved up and become champion at 154 as well. So, cuz we can't disagree. Like you said it a few times. It is the Crawford era, but you would also have to say, isn't it also the Usyk era as well? Because he's doing tremendous things as well, man. So it's a bit debate for both of them for sure.
So obviously, look, Usyk, he's number one. Yeah, he's undisputed in cruiserweight, undisputed in heavyweight, undefeated as well. He's definitely up there. Crawford, I'm talking about in terms of Crawford there, because Crawford hasn't. It's been a while. He hasn't had he hasn't had all this exposure. Do you know what I mean? So I feel that it's his time now. Do you know what I mean? Like, Crawford has done what many haven't done or many can't do. And he's chasing greatness.
Exactly that, cuz no, I 100% agree with you. He is chasing greatness. He has achieved greatness as well. He can retire tomorrow if he wants to, but I think he's sort of hanging around because we know what he wants, but there's a bit of a triangle that's preventing him from getting what he wants as well. Because Canelo, and I understand why Canelo is not really entertaining that fight. Is because he's the bigger man, and he's sort of looking at it as, oh, if I beat him, then he's like, I beat the smaller guy, because he's done that before. But then also he's saying one thing which is simple, cuz just pay me the dollars and I'll fight, no problem.
Yeah.
But it's also a tug of war between them two, because Turkey doesn't want to, because of ego sense, he doesn't want to pay Canelo the money. But then Canelo's saying, look, I'm not going to fight unless, you pay up. So that's the, situation. But one thing that we know in life is there's always a magic number. And that magic number is X and Y. Whatever between, there is a magic finger. So a magic number. So something can be done. But I don't think it can be done anyway, man. And it reminds me of Barrios versus Pac-Man. Too late. Right. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. It would be too late, cuz.
And not even that. Just going back to the Triple G, I just think that's just daylight robbery, man. This is nah. If anything, do you know what? What would be interesting? Crawford or Eubank Jr. Eubank's 160. Crawford's what? He just fought at 154, right? Move up to 160.
Yeah. How's that gonna work with Bomac? Is Bomac gonna be in both their corners? I'm joking.
Really,
he's been Bud's corner, man. He's been
interesting. Because Triple G is just, come on, man. It's been what? Yeah, has it been 2 years?
It's been a while, man. Yeah, vacated his titles as well. So
there you go.
Yeah, it just says a lot about what's happening on that anyway, man. But yeah, cuz, man, obviously big up to you. And big up to the community. Thank you so much for obviously tuning into the show. As we obviously wrap up, I need to obviously let everyone know what the weekly schedule is going to be. So tomorrow we have Green Diamond Boxing, which obviously features Aisha. She's going to have an interview that's going to be coming out tomorrow as well. Tuesdays, we've got Stay Weighed In with Abbas and Ray. And we've also, in the evening, and Rico should be back for that, we've got the Across the Way from the US to the UK. That's obviously one of the popular shows on the channel. Wednesday, we're back here, with the boxing roundup, of course. Thursday, we've got R&R Hour with Rico and Ra in the chats as well. And, Friday, we've got the crossover / also Neutral's Hard Talk. So guys, make sure you tune in to Mr. Neutral's Hard Talk, because he gives it to you ruthlessly, man. You know what I mean? He will just let you know how it is. We love the energy. And Saturdays, we're obviously going to do a watch along. Not sure if we're going to do a watch along for Mayweather, but if there's a request or whatever, then we'll obviously make that happen. We'll make sure we have a few coffees, so we're still awake for that. And then on Sundays, we're obviously going to be back here, with the roundup, man. But once again, just wanted to obviously big up to the community. Eubank would have to win a belt, which makes sense what Lucy's saying. Yep. Yeah. Mr. Neutral is a legend. Yep, we agree. He's an absolute legend. We love him. That's why we call him our Jim Watt of iBoxingHub boxing commentary, because he's just great at doing what he does, man. So, cuz, I'm going to hand it over to yourself. But before you wrap up, of course, we've got to give them a shout out again. Obviously, D-Rock, working in association with them. Yes, I agree with you, Jams. Neutral is the real one. We definitely agree. Yeah, cuz obviously discount code iBoxingHub 24 and you get 40% off. And we're gonna have the video for that soon. So we're gonna have our model, Mr. Sports Entertainment, do little clips so that features in that promo. So yeah, just excited, cuz man. But wrap us up, man. Big up to you, cuz.
Yes, yes. Thank you all for tuning in. Keep supporting, keep following. We're growing, we're growing. We're here again next week, here on Wednesday. Have a lovely, productive week. Peace and love.
It's another bang. All the mass and cars now, whichever get up. I start my card with a sweet one, please.